I'm Tiffany Stephenson from SAC Consulting, bringing you this week's Rural Roundup. Today we're going to be talking about the agricultural reform map, talking about calving intervals in suckler cows, as well as the emergency approval of Asulam. So the Scottish Government have recently published a revised agricultural route map. So this has been published setting out the wider land and agricultural change plan for Scotland from 2023 through until 2032. So in 2025, as part of the process of changing to the new agricultural support framework, which will begin in 2026, there will be a few different measures which will be introduced in 2025. So the first of these is the foundations of a whole farm plan. So this is looking to include soil testing, animal health and welfare declarations, carbon audits, biodiversity audits and supported business planning. Secondly, there will be new conditions to the Scottish Suckler Beef Support Scheme, and this will be linked to your calving interval. So this is to try and encourage livestock keepers to reduce the emissions intensity of the cattle production systems. And also there will be new protection for peatlands and wetlands. So greening requirements will not be changing in 2025. However, there will be some more conditions put on to receiving your basic payment scheme. So this is aimed at making businesses more efficient, so the new conditions will apply. So there are a few conditions which farmers will have to meet. So firstly, they'll have to meet essential standards in farming activity, climate response, biodiversity gain, whilst also being able to safeguard animal health and welfare standards, as well as workers' rights. So in 2026, the basic payment scheme will end and base support and enhanced support measures will be introduced. So as one of the things being introduced in 2025, I mentioned that calving intervals was going to be important. So calving interval is a key efficiency metric in beef production systems. So a longer calving interval equates to lower numbers of calves being sold per year. Also, there's higher greenhouse gas emissions associated with this because there is less kilograms of beef being sold off the farm during the year. There has recently been a report published looking at calving intervals. This is the Calving Intervals in Scotland's Cattle Population Report. And in this, it highlighted that the mean calving interval of suckler beef cows in Scotland is 400 days, with 12% of animals having a calving interval of 14 months or longer. This really highlights how many inefficiencies there are and the potentially people carrying passengers in their system. It has recently been announced that emergency approval of Asulam for racking control has been denied for 2023. So following recommendations from the Expert Committee on Pesticides and from HSE, the Scottish Government has decided not to authorise the use of Asulam for the 2023 season. So the reason for this is it was found to pose too great a risk to the environment and to human health. So these adverse effects of Asulam outweighs the potential benefits of using the product. There will be some farmers out there that will be requiring to spray Asulam for racking control in their EECS 2023 contracts. This previous approval will now be changed, so the farms will be able to use mechanical or manual control of racking only. Have a look on the SASA website for further information about this. Thank you for listening. See you again next time.